Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, using tarot to help you do the inner work, heal yourself and create the life that you truly want to live. This is today's tarot. It's for all signs and it is for Thursday the 8th of May 2025. I hope you're doing well. Let's get some cards out and see what's in the energies for everybody today. Beauty of age. Get more beautiful as we get older. Well, we certainly know ourselves more, don't we? And that's a beautiful thing, knowing ourselves, being more of ourselves, being happier within ourselves, less people pleasing. Let's get some more cards out. We have cozy home, solitude, and vision. So you might be spending time at home today, retreat kind of an energy, and that might give you a vision as well. Watch this space. I'm creating some sacred days as a sacred days collection, 1 day retreats for healing that you can do at home with a program, meditations, and you can walk with me, journaling to do in order to have a transformation at home. Take your nervous system down, get your brain waves into that open state and all of it. Watch this space. I'll be launching that soon. We've got empathy here. There's more beneath the surface, more going on beneath the surface. Let's get some tarot out. So the beauty of age today and a retreat kind of an energy. So we're starting out with the Two of Pentacles. Let's just get one more card out. Two more cards out. The Two of Pentacles is about finding a balance. Now, you might wake up this morning with a feeling like you're out of balance, like you need. It could be a retreat. You could need a retreat day to day to get yourself into balance. I'm just feeling that's like in the reverse, feeling out a little bit out of balance, or perhaps a lot out of balance, and you needing to restore that balance within yourself. The Queen of Wands, she uses the law of attraction. She gets in tune with the universe and she makes things happen. Now, that happens through consciousness predominantly. We are conscious creators. We create the world with the way that we look at it, and the questions that we're asking, and the state that we get into. Meaning, it's really good to be in a very relaxed state. We've got the Empress and the Six of Swords. So divine feminine, you're being helped here by the universe to shift you from where you are at the moment to where you want to be, or closer to where you want to be. Now that might be unfolding this year, especially your clarity about what it is, how you want to live, and how you want your life to be. For some of us, we don't even need to figure that out. We'll be shown the way. Often through my life, I've been shown or taken to places that are perfect for me and that I haven't known beforehand and got myself there, you know. So, Two of Pentacles energy, what are you about? Feeling out of balance this morning and needing to balance yourself up. The Three of Inspiration. Have you got something big coming up? The Three of Inspiration, it feels like it gave me that energy of, you know, when you're about to go on holiday, or you're about to move house. That's probably a better example. You're about to move house, you've been packing, you've had a lot to do, perhaps you've been working still, and then in the evenings you've been doing a lot of packing, so there's been a lot of work, and then you know tomorrow is the big move day and you just need to relax, you need to like have some chill time. To restore yourself, because you know that there's a lot of hard work coming. It's got that kind of an energy. So if you in the near future have a lot to do, you might be wanting some downtime. So take things slow. The Knight of Materials and the Hanged Tree, you might be changing your mind about that. So you could be changing the pace of something that's happening, something that's coming up in your near future. You might be feeling a bit of overwhelm, or feeling like, I need to look at this differently, I need to change the pace. So this could be realizing that you feel out of balance. You're going to launch a new product or something, and you're feeling out of balance, you're like, no, I need to take this slower, I need to shift the deadline or the timeline on that. Yeah, it could be something like you were getting married, but you're feeling rushed, and you just need to put that back so that you've got more time to do it. Anything like that. Anything like that. Do trust that it's not just an overwhelm in the moment. It feels like it's right to actually change the timing of something, to delay something, or just reschedule it for later. Yeah, you've got too much on your plate, reschedule it for later and find your balance. Very important. We don't want to be going into things unbalanced, because what comes out of that isn't going to be as great as it could be if we are balanced, and we're coming out of a masculine paradigm now of do and just do it anyway and always be on, and you can't listen to what's going on within you and delay things. You can listen. So this could be a big change as well. Death. It did feel like that. It felt like something important. That's why my examples were moving house or getting married. It's a big life change, and when we have big life changes, it's more disruptive to our energy, and so you're more likely to feel out of balance. And so prioritizing that feeling in balance, and the more time we give ourselves to feel balanced, the easier we'll get into balance. Do you know what I mean? If you've got, I'm feeling it again. There have been times in my life where the schedule has just been like, I'm not ready for that yet. Not energetically ready for that yet, Whether it's a public speaking, like it doesn't hold true for me anymore. I've done so much of it now that I could just do it whenever. In fact, just before I did this, I was on somebody's podcast before I'm recording this. I could just talk forever. I could stand up in front of a massive crowd and be completely comfortable, even though I'd not prepared anything. Now, that wasn't me 15, 20 years ago when I started public speaking. That wasn't me then, and so I'm relating to this energy of not quite feeling ready for it, and honoring that, Sometimes we just need to honor that instead of pushing ourselves and going, no, I should be ready for it. Let me just push this emotion down of not feeling ready and be ready already. We don't need to do that for ourselves. That is a very masculine paradigm too, right? I know there's been like teachers saying that, be ready now, be ready already, and push past the fear. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes we just energetically know, and we should honor that we're not quite ready yet. Balance is a great thing. To be calm and balanced and ready for something is a very wonderful thing. And so allow yourself to get to that point. Blossy. Queen of Wands, law of attraction kind of stuff. Now, yes, with the Queen of Wands, you are attracting to the energy that you're being at the moment as well. And so if you are pushing and rushing yourself, you might find that you get around pushy, rushy people too. They're demanding more of you. And so you're not going to get that break. Even if you push yourself to do something before you're ready for it, you're not going to get a break after that. You're setting the pace for the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. Two of inspiration, so you're at a crossroads now. It's a change of pace. This reading is saying, okay, beauty of age. So, with your age and your wisdom, know that what energy that we are tackling something with is the energy that will prevail. In other words, you can't do the opposite energy of what it is that you want. So you can't work really hard and fast in order to have a break. Yeah, that seems to make sense in a logical world, in a masculine world, but it doesn't. What happens is you work hard and then you're expected to work hard and at that same pace. Yeah, so we set the pace in that kind of a way. The way that we do something is the way that it's going to carry on. So be cognizant of that. And slow yourself down to be at your pace so that you can be balanced all the way through. Queen of Wands and the Two of Inspiration. There's burdens behind that. Otherwise, you're going to burden yourself. Yeah, and how many times do we do that? Wanting to prove ourselves. So say we start a new job and want to prove ourselves, so we work extra hard. It backfires, doesn't it? Because then when we want to settle down to a natural pace, then they think that we're slacking. It was just that we were doing way more than everyone else at the start, trying to prove ourselves. Isn't that the way? So what's the lesson there? It's like, you don't need to prove yourself. We don't need to prove ourselves. That's coming from a lack of self-esteem, that I need to prove ourselves and go over and above. It works against us, because then it's expected of us. So the Empress and the Six of Swords. Empress, divine feminine. Universe is helping you to get where you are at the moment to where you want to be. And where you want to be might be ambiguous at the moment. You might not know what's best for you, but the universe does. Your higher self does. It knows what's best for you. It knows who you really are. It knows your vibration of who you really are. The Four of Emotions. So what's in front of you right now isn't right for you. The options that you've got right now, and the structures that you're in, and the people that you've got around for you, and your current selection on the buffet in front of you of life, the buffet of life, is not what's right for you at the moment. And so how do you get yourself in front of the right buffet, the right selection for your life, the right people, the right opportunities and all of that? Well, you change your energy. And to change your energy, you need to slow down, shift the pace down, so that you can truly be your feminine self. And then you're going to start attracting towards you that right pace for you. Self-love and past, present and future is behind that. I get creative hits when I give myself space. And it's lovely. I love that way. It always comes. I don't get creative hits by going, okay, what's my next thing, after working a lot and then the next day trying to come up with a creative idea. And it comes from taking some time off and I'm not seeking it. And then suddenly it's like, well, I was going to have the day off today, and now I've got all of these ideas for this new program that I'm doing, and I'm inspired to work on it. It doesn't feel like work. It just feels like inspiration. But this reading isn't about that. It is about taking that break and setting the pace. Now, what about masculine, feminine energies? Masculine and feminine energies within ourselves, within our relationships, within the whole world, and the way that this is changing. We're moving from there he is, patriarchal kind of a structure, paradigm, not to a matriarchal paradigm, to a joint, what we're going to call it, a joint, a collaborative, got to have a new name for it. We've got judgment here, judgment call, or calling, being called. What else? And of course, as we are shifting into that more balanced, both masculine and feminine time, we do the work within ourselves first. It's about balancing those energies out within ourselves. We've got the world here as well, which is literally the world. So let's get deeper into this. Why have we got the masculine energy here? The Emperor. 10 of emotions, then fulfill. Okay, so the 10 of the emotions is the happily ever after. It's the heart being truly fulfilled. So what makes our heart truly fulfilled in the masculine? Well, the masculine is about doing. So it is that feeling of I'm useful, I'm contributing, I'm making a difference in people's lives. People are appreciating what I do for them. That is the 10 of emotions when it comes to masculine kind of things. Now, we've all got that. It's not everything, and society, the patriarchal society would have you believe that it's everything. And that downtime and feminine traits are nothing and not valuable, right? But what fulfills you? I think here's the thing, right? Is when we've been in this patriarchal masculine time, it can wear us down, and we might think we want the complete opposite of that. I just want to be in my feminine. I just want to be. How many times have you heard people are so worn out by these patriarchal times saying, but I just want to be. So they want to be completely in the feminine. And I've heard men say it. In fact, I've heard men say it more than women. I just want to be. Really, they don't. Really, that's just the reaction. That's like saying when you're overworked, you just want to relax and you don't want to do anything anymore. That is just like going from everything to nothing, It's going from like burnout to depression. That's not what we want. What we want is balance. We want to be doing things, but not all the time. We want to be in that feminine and with a balanced part of doing things for our community or whoever it is that we are serving and helping and creating. So what in the masculine sense is going to make your heart happy? What makes you feel like you're contributing? That feels like the best way of putting it. My contribution. What is your contribution? What makes your heart happy that you're contributing? Because there's anger and sacred space behind that. There is that feeling that I was getting, that I just want to be. I'm angry with the patriarchy. I don't want to do anything more. I just want to be. It's opposites. That's why I'm saying, like, we're not moving to the matriarchy. We don't want to do opposites, you know. We've got so much duality. We've got so much extremism going on at the moment, and it's causing so many divisions. But it's not good for us. We need a balance, right? So we've got like two polarities. There's like extreme patriarchy. We've got extreme matriarchy. None of us have experienced that. But in our history, human history, there will be. We just don't have her story. We've got history. We've only got his story. We haven't got her story. Otherwise, we'd know about the problems with that. What we really want is balance. That goes with everything. We don't want to be completely productive all the time, and nor do we want to be completely sedentary all the time. We want the balance of that. It's always the way. Always the way. Balance is always the answer. Or it's self-love. When we get down to everything, the answer to everything, self-love, balance, those two things. And judgment. So there's a judgment to be made here. Awakening and calling. And the Seven of Inspiration is about protecting ourselves. So protecting our certain energy. Right. So this might mean that you need to stand up for that. So once you know what masculine energy within yourself is really, you're really happy with, leading, that really fulfills you. No, I love doing that. I don't want to stop doing that thing, because doing that thing, it's serving my people. It's serving my community. I'm appreciative of that. This is a way that I want to give. This fulfills me. This is my positive masculine aspect. I wouldn't give that up for anything. And once you know perhaps the feminine side as well, then protect those things. In other words, standing up for that, saying, no, I don't want to give that up. No, I don't want to change that. Either way. So if someone says to you, well, if you love it so much, do it like a full-time job. Do it all the time. You might say, no. Excuse me. Oh, sweetie. Hang on. Sorry about that. Cat threw up on my bed just then. Okay. Yeah, so not either way. You need to protect it either way. So not wanting to do more of it. It feels like there might be an element at the moment of people expecting you to be out of balance just because they're out of balance. And so, like, who are you to be in your feminine more? No, keep on doing. Or who are you to want to do more? I don't know. It just feels like you need to protect that. Perhaps with these awakening cards, judgment, you make a decision on that based on what's right for you, and then hold firm to that. Don't be swayed by others, because just because someone else is out of balance doesn't mean that you should be too. You know, like I've said it before, this kind of work that I do, you can't do it 9 to 5. Like, there's no way I'd be able to, like, 9 to 5, 5 days a week, schedule like psychic readings. No way, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Number one, my voice wouldn't hold up. Energetically, I couldn't do that. No way. So, yeah. We need to stand our ground and protect ourselves. It's like, no, it's not possible. That's like saying, we need space to be creative. There's certain things that we do. We need space. Perhaps it's for everything that we do. We need space. Space and time to do it well, right? So stand up for that. There's emotional release behind that as well. So it could be pretty emotional about this today. Angry, yes. Especially when you found like a new When you've made a decision for yourself, like of a new pace of your life, and you're like, no, I don't want to do more hours of that doing, I want to be more in my feminine. Perhaps you could be making that decision today. And then people that are out of balance are trying to pull you back into that out of balance thing. You know, why should you be balanced when they're not? Once you've made that decision, that clear decision for yourself, we tend to feel the emotions of, well, the out of balance emotions of what we've just been living, the exhaustion, you know. When we put our foot down and go, I can't do more, I've been doing too much, I need to take a step back, that's when the emotions will come through, when we release ourselves from it. So it could be an emotional day. And then we've got the world here. What about the world? On the macro, what we're doing on the micro, what we're doing within ourselves, it is shown on the macro as well. So it's being shown on the world stage. In other words, in order to have balance of the masculine and feminine in the world, we need to balance it within ourselves first. So finding that balance that's right for us, and then it gives permission to more and more people. Those people that are trying to get you to be out of balance just because they are. Well, if there's more people being in balance, they're going to be the odd ones out, and they're going to be called into balance, right? To find their own balance, and they're going to have examples of that in people around them. Well, if that person gives themselves time to be balanced and to be calm and to deal with their emotional self, then I'm allowed to do that too, you know? And that's how it filters out on a logical level. But we've got the consciousness level as well. It's all about balance, you see? It's all about balance. The two of materials there. So the world will become more balanced as a result. We do it within ourselves first. Always a way. Is that in a journey? Yes, it's in a journey. So we start on the inner, and then it changes in the world eventually. Don't underestimate the power of your internal and your life changes, the stuff that you're doing on yourself. It's huge. It really is huge. That's what my guides say. It's like you being and just being yourself, and you living your life, Claire. It's in this way. It's more powerful. You might think it's like me sharing it on video and with my work is more powerful. And there's something to do. There's something to that, because that's my masculine aspect of me doing that. But my guides say just living that is a vibrational example to people. Living by communing with spirit, putting that first, putting my spiritual intentions first. And not just that, my life here on this little island with the community. In a very Buddhist way of being. Bread. A period of prosperity and abundance. Nice. Ka-ching. We've got a needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Nice. We've got wealth. Oh, lots of money energy here today. And we've got a tree. Affairs with your family. Right. Well, how best to deal with these energies today? Well, we did have that solitude and cozy home energy and vision and empathy and beauty of age right at the start of the reading there. So it does feel like a call to be more relaxed, to put things off, to change the pace. Why am I not surprised? Four of Swords. How best to deal with these energies today? Well, there you have it. Lay in your hammock like that. It's time to rest up more, to claim that for yourself, to feel it when you need to rest more. Even though it's a Thursday. Who made that up anyway? Who made that particular rhythm up Monday through Friday? And I know a lot of people aren't even doing that anymore anyway. Who's got the privilege of that, of having 2 days break anymore? But, you know, there's nothing biological about a Monday through Friday. That's not a rhythm that comes naturally to us, is it? We can feel that. We could feel that as children when we had that at school. And we could feel it in our jobs when we first had that in our jobs, you know. That feeling, that Friday feeling, that Sunday feeling, Sunday night feeling, the Monday morning feeling, the hump day feeling. We know these things because it's out of balance. We know these feelings because it's out of balance. There shouldn't be any of that, right? If we were in balance and we were flowing with it, we should feel good all the time. So resting up and actually claiming that. Rest is important, very important to our health, everything. Well, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave me a comment as well. What did that bring up for you? Is there a new balance, a new way of living that would reflect, a more natural flow for you, a more natural rhythm for you? Have you been thinking on that? Let me know in the comments below. Well, have the best day ever. Sign up for my free course there. Meditate with me there. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.